Hello people of the internet, this is Shaky Jake, and I really need a catchphrase. You're watching another part of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on impossible difficulty. Previously on Knights of the Old Republic we explored the first few parts of Kashyyyk, discovered a bit more about Zaalbar and his past, and Zaalbar is now currently being held captive by his brother Chuundar, who we now need to do a task for and find their father Freya. We're going to explore a little bit of this section of Kashyyyk, which is the village of Wookiee. Oh god, what are with these names? Basically we got to explore a bit of Kashyyyk, and I'm sure there's some interesting stuff around here. As you can see, it's just red admission because I didn't bother to get anyone else from the Ebon Hawk out, even though in theory it might have been a good chance to showcase Jihadi. Let's just go in here. Warwill's home. So let's see what's going on with these two. Hello. I understand you. I'm not here as a slaver. Can I ask you some questions? Who was Warwall? When did Warwall go missing? Goodbye. Okay, so we've got another crest. Let's talk to this person. Well, this Wookiee rather. I wanted to ask you about Kashyyyk.
It isn't an easy language to learn, what with all the growls and howls. Big Z told me the whole point was to make it difficult for outsiders to understand.
I must leave. Okay, so we have unlocked another quest, side quest rather. Why are we getting a long sword on Kashyyyk? That seems weird. Right, so a Wookiee lost. So one of Warwill's friends has gone missing, Warwall. So we're going to try and find him at some point, hopefully. So that's this bit uncovered. And now we can explore a little bit more. I really like these birds flying. I did say this in the last video, but I really like that little animation. I can't recall if they're ever in the vanilla game, or if they are, they're really hard to see. But anyway, let's go over here, see if there's anything else. Doesn't look like there's much, so let's go in here. Holder of the Laws. AKA it's someone else's home. And there's stuff we can pick up from here. Mostly junk. Right, let's talk to you. Can I ask you some questions? I am no slaver. When did Warwall go missing? Why do you think it is strange? I could look for him. Would there be a reward for finding him? I'll be going now. Okay, so we're going to try and find Warwall at some point in the future, but for now, let's just leave this village, because I think we've uncovered pretty much the entirety of it. And it's weird, actually, this whole map is uncovered. It's a little bit darkened when you first stand out of, you know, Chuundar's little lair, but otherwise the whole map's uncovered, and I've never quite understood why, unless if it's the game implying that you had to walk through here to get to Chuundar's palacey type place, which is down here. Yeah, the Chieftain's Hall. So we can't go back in there from what I recall. Let me just double check. Can we go back in? I want to speak with Chuundar again. I will need directions. What can I expect to find in the Shadowlands? I'll be going then. So essentially what we need to do is get to the Shadowlands and see what we can do down there. And in order to do that we're going to need to find a particular Wookiee, and because we've now been given this task we can go back to that area where we couldn't actually, you know, we couldn't actually get past before, but now we can. So let's go through here. And what I'm gonna do is force speed it because it will make things go 10 times faster. My shield is still on, funnily enough. Now, do I want to actually use the 7 spikes? You know what? Screw it. I'm going to use the 7 spikes. So, we got some experience points for that. Both of these boxes are open. Do we get anything good for that? Some grenades, which are mainly the only good things in that. And then in this one, some stuff that we might as well sell. And then some stuff we can give to the droids. Bit of a waste of 7 spikes, but oh well.
Yeah.
Mission, put a shield on very quickly. And preferably...
What?
Why can't I click anything? Oh, that's why, because the dialogue was still on the screen. I don't think I've had that before.
Yeah?
Right, mission, if you can...
What?
Right, we got a stun off on that, which is good. Mission's gonna get herself killed if she's not careful. So let's force lightning these guys. And I've leveled up. Excellent. So we'll deal with that in a few seconds time. And there we go, that's the Kinrath dead. They don't have any remains, so let's level up. Mission is still slightly more light-sided than me. I'm actually not very light-sided, to be honest. So we're leveling up to level 13, so the skills we want, we definitely need more Persuade. Definitely. And we'll go for... let's see, I'll just keep putting it in Persuade, why not? And then feats, we're going to want... We only allowed 1 this time. I think 2 weapon fighting might be a good one to invest in, so we're going to do that, because at the very least I can give myself another lightsaber at some point in the future. And we've got 2 upgrades, so stasis, definitely. And what else can we go for? Throw lightsaber might be useful in the future. Oh, it's difficult. Yeah, we'll go with throw lightsaber for now. Even if we don't fully upgrade that, at least we've got it as a potential power. I always did like Kashyyyk as a planet in this game though, and with this HD mod I've got for the textures, it's even better than my usual playthroughs. So what we're going to do, kill some more people. I say people, creatures, the Mycals or the Meecals, we'll kill them. And see what's going on around here. This is absolutely nothing, so we'll go and continue our way south. I'm going to put the shields back on.
Yes?
May have just equipped a shield needlessly on mission there, but oh well. So let's try our better stun. Oh, that's much better. I really do like stasis, it's really good. Mission, please survive. Good. Let's heal us both up. And it's interesting at the moment because I'm obviously there's just red and mission at the moment, and it's not very often that I play the game with one less party member than I'm allowed, or just me in solo mode. You know, basically with no party members whatsoever. But it does make the game slightly more challenging if you don't have party members with you. So what's going on over here? Oh, there's no cutscene. Okay, fair enough. Or is there? Is there meant to be a cutscene that triggers here? Oh, apparently not. Okay, well, let's just help him out. I thought there was normally a cutscene here when these Wookiees were being attacked. Well, they're dead anyway, so the Kinrath are gone. Oh, here we go. I don't mean you any harm. I want you to answer my questions. Do you know of a crazed Wookiee in the Shadowlands? How long has he been down there? What do you think of Chuundar? How will Backer decide? What does that mean? Could a blood relative of Chuundar challenge him? How has Kashyyyk fared under the Circa Corporation?
Big Z once told me he had seen paradise destroyed by the greed of outsiders. I never understood what he meant until now.
I seek an ancient star map. Have you seen it? And I think that's pretty much everything, so I will leave you now. And that is Trewawal talk to. These Wookiee names are so strange, I can't pronounce them very well. At least Zaalbar is easy to pronounce, and Chewbacca is easy to pronounce. But all of these names in Knights of the Old Republic, most of them are rather annoying. So let's go down here, and it'll be interesting to see how the Shadowlands has changed since I downloaded this mod. So, or if it has at all. So, useless junk again for this stage of the game. This would have been good back on Taris, but it ain't good now. Or it isn't as good now. So, Gorokan. So, we automatically talk to him if we try and get on the lift. I have a few questions, Gorokan. I want to ask if it's dangerous down there. What do you think of the Circa Corporation? That is true, to be honest. The Circa Corporation wouldn't survive the Shadowlands very well. Has anyone else been allowed down recently? What outsiders are below? Tell me about any Wookiees that have recently gone this way. I love Force Persuade. Okay, I want to understand why Wookiees revere the Shadowlands. And back to my other questions now, if there are any. Okay, that's pretty much everything then. So just unlock the thing and lower me down. And lower mission down as well. I don't want to go on my own. A nice little cutscene there as we descend into the Shadowlands. So, in theory, we can go back up at any time by talking to Wokan or Garukan. So, yeah, we still can't transit back to the Ebon Hawk. I'm pretty sure at this stage, then, it's pretty much impossible to transit back to the Ebon Hawk on Kashyyyk. I could be wrong, but at this point, I'm fairly certain we can't actually use that mechanic, and it's the only time in the game that's a bit of an issue. So we've got Katans. These might cause a problem, so let's put shields on. Okay, stasis is useful here, so let's do that. Oh, we got a good stun in there. Well done, mission, for finishing that off. So, no remains here. So let's pick up the corpse. Ooh, a nice gun. That might be good for mission, actually. Let's have a look. So, Zabrak. Oh, it's not as good. Oh, that's a shame. I don't think I've trained doing two-weapon fighting either, just dueling. Because if I taught a two-weapon training, that might be a good backup gun to use. So let's just carry on. Yeah, the Shadowlands does look a little crisper than it normally does. One thing that is interesting about Kashyyyk as a planet is it's arguably the darkest planet in the entire game, and I don't mean darkest from the point of view of, you know, the themes that are covered, although the slavery aspect is kind of grim. What I'm talking about is the, you know, the overall planet and the level design and all the colours and stuff, the lighting. It's incredibly dark. So let's see what's going on down here.
The damnable racket of battle. Watch yourself. Even more of these crawling beasts are hiding in the underbrush.
Who are you? What are you doing down here?
I'm Jolie Bindo. Follow me to my camp and we'll talk a bit.
I will, but explain what you are doing here.
Why am I here? Well, it isn't because I like the stink of dead Kinrath. Let's move this talk to my camp where the air is better.
Oh, this is new. This sequence
Quit
doesn't...
your yapping for now. We'll talk when the company is better. Get to fighting!
Okay, that's been added back in by the restoration mod. This sequence doesn't normally occur, so let's help out. Damn, Jolie's got some good damage on him. So is he going to talk to us automatically, or do we have to just talk to him again? Looks like we're going to have to talk to him. And one thing I will point out that the restoration mod also does is Jolie no longer wears his Jedi robe when you meet him. The restoration mod makes it so that he's wearing his default clothes, which to me makes a lot more sense. But again, we'll find out why that makes more sense in a moment.
Well, that was acceptable. You're not quite the commander I'd have accompanied in my youth, but you managed to walk away. Keep close. It's nearby under a log. Yeah, I live like some burrowing rodent. I fought the Sith. Now look at me.
Right, so we're going to follow this old man to his hut. And I apologise that the tax sound keeps looping. I'm not sure why that is. It doesn't normally sound that often, from what I remember. So we're going to follow this old man who's making me look bad because he can actually sprint quite well. So let's follow him, and here we are. But yeah, as I was saying, it makes more sense for this character to be wearing his default clothes than a Jedi robe because of reasons we'll find out shortly. Oh, go away, game. Shall I? Yeah, I'll kill that before I talk to anyone else, just in case. Because I'm worried that the dialogue will get interrupted. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. Run. Pause the game a sec. Please don't die. Thank you. Just double check to see if there's anything else here. Doesn't look like there is. And now we can finally talk to this old man. Hello.
Well, welcome to my home, such as it is. Pull up a stump and be comfortable. We should discuss a few things.
Yes, we should. I feel there is much you can tell me.
Don't coddle me, child. I'm neither a Jedi nor your master. I'm just an old man that's been lost in the woods for far too long. My days of glory are behind me, but perhaps there is something I can do for you. You must have questions.
I want to ask about you.
What is there to tell? Jolie Bindo is the crazy old man in the dangerous woods. I'm content with the impression I give.
But you use a lightsaber in battle. You are a Jedi.
I follow the Jedi way and I command the Force, yes. I suppose that makes me as much a Jedi as anyone, but what of it? Why should being what I am compel me to entertain others with tales of the good old days, huh? I've seen my share of the dark and the light. And frankly, both extremes annoy me. Of course, I have felt rumblings of change.
It's kind of nice to meet a Jedi who isn't all hung up on this light side, dark side stuff. Gets pretty tiring, you know?
Perhaps you will be of some assistance to me after all. Let us discuss what you came here for.
You are difficult to deal with. It worries me.
Ah, it makes you think I may have the taint of the dark side in me, doesn't it? Ooh. Is that what you're wondering, huh? Ooh. Well, I assure you, I see more gray than dark or light. I'm just a stubborn old man, tired of the foolishness of others.
And that philosophy actually makes sense. I want to ask you some questions.
Fine, just be brief.
I need information about problems on Kashyyyk.
Yes, among the Wookiees. Intriguing creatures. I like that they have little patience for bureaucrats. But of course, even here there are hidden things that manipulate.
What do you know of Chuundar?
Circa Corporation was smart to put him in power. He's as good at destroying Wookiee culture as dropping corpses full of Ardroxian flu. Will you work for him or against him, I wonder? I will be interested to see.
You don't have a recommendation?
Sure. How's this? Think for yourself. I don't care for politics. I'm big on letting people figure things out for themselves. The Wookiees have prophecies of deliverance if you ask them. But for now, they follow without hesitation. That is their wish.
I love Jolie as a character. He's really interesting when you get to know him. And if you couldn't tell already, he will join us eventually. Have you seen a crazed Wookiee in the Shadowlands?
Maddened with grief, perhaps, but not crazed. I helped him pass to the lower forest where only a Wookiee could follow. Some other matters will determine if you can follow. There is a barrier that, well, we'll talk of that more in a moment.
Do you know a missing Wookiee called War?
It is a very unfortunate matter. It will end in shame and sorrow. You will find War down here, and more. I've witnessed a number of happenings, but I've left them for others to sort out.
You aren't being very helpful.
I wasn't aware I had to be. Look, events like these reveal much about the people involved. I'm well past that introspective tripe. I'm not saying that outside help isn't needed, I didn't want to make anyone mad while I didn't have a way off the planet. We'll talk more about that momentarily.
I want to ask you some questions.
Fine, just be brief.
Have you any knowledge of star maps?
Now, why would you be asking about that, Don't answer. I knew that had to be why you were here. The problems of a few Wookiees don't amount to anything before the concerns of the Jedi. No, you are here for the map.
If you have information, please tell it to me.
Kashyyyk is an interesting place, more so than anyone suspects. If Circa Corporation knew, the planet would be a strip mine. The Wookiees have their legends that they were not always here, but it is more than that. The trees themselves are strangers.
I don't understand. Can you be more specific?
What I'm saying is that there are literally walls in your way, and you won't find what you need without my help. And my help has a price. You must do a task for me, and then allow me to join with you. I will then remove certain barriers in your path.
I'm honored to help someone of your experience.
Oh, save it. I know this sounds absurd, but I'm old and entitled to work you around a bit. Besides, the test is simple. Since they began expanding in the Shadowlands, the Circa have left me alone for the most part. Until recently, anyway. A group of them set up camp not far from here. Poachers is all they are. I'd like them removed from this place.
Why do you care if they are here?
They don't respect this place. They are butchering wildlife and threatening entire species. It's getting under my skin. The Wookiees could take care of themselves if they wished, but the animals are truly helpless victims.
I see. So the aged semi-Jedi wants me to get some kids off his lawn.
Yes, I'm an old man that's getting fussy. Call me foolish if you will, I don't care, you still have to do it. Their camp is in the far northeast. Now remember, if I wanted them dead, I'd have done it myself. Find a better way.
Where are they? How many men?
They are not that far northeast of here. There's usually 5 in the area, as far as I can see. The captain of the lot is the one that earned my ire. Mishandle my garden, Willie?
Why would you want to join up with me?
You presumably have a ship. I've seen all I wish to here. Isn't that enough? I mean, really sick of the trees. And perhaps your destiny might show me something new. You never know.
Why not just go get rid of them yourself?
Don't talk back to your elders, child. Look, they know me quite well, and are always on alert when I approach. The only way I could get rid of them would be violence, which would eventually lead to trouble for the Wookiees. I want them gone, but with as little fuss as possible. They have already caused enough trouble as it is.
I will look into it.
Good. Return to me here and we'll see how you have done. Shoo! Shoo!
So Jolie has tasked us with essentially removing some Zerka poachers, and that's not a problem because we already don't like Zerka much. So let's go and do that. And there's more enemies we need to kill,
Yeah?
so shield time.
Sure.
And... oh, I'm about to die, that's not great. Let's just give myself a quick heal. And hopefully I don't lose too much health. Wow, all that rubble just for a concussion grenade. I will pick up this Wookiee corpse in a moment, but I want to deal with this first.
Take that!
And mission's leveled up, so let's sort her out. Attributes recommended is giving dexterity. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. She can have +5 dexterity by the end of the game, I'd have thought. And then we shall just give her the recommended. That's okay. 1 extra feat. Could give it to Master Gearhead. In fact, I'll probably do that just to get that out of the way, and then we'll focus on 2 weapon fighting if we need to. The Wookiee Corpse has a Slaver Contract, a Bowcaster, and a Bowcaster Bolt Casing. Interesting weapons, so that upgrades a Wookiee Lost. So we've essentially found the corpse of War in the Shadowlands, and the datapad revealing that he dealt with slavers was on the body, as well as Bowcaster Bolt Casing that probably belongs to whoever killed him. So interesting stuff that we will take back to his friends at some point in the future. So let's just carry on through the Shadowlands and hopefully not die. Again, impossible difficulty, as you can see. Impossible difficulty. Really losing health very quickly down here. That might have been the reason why I actually didn't go to Kashyyyk first after a couple of playthroughs, because it can be tricky at times, whereas Tatooine's a little bit more user-friendly. So let's recover these mines, because we need them more than the game does, and Mission's very good at recovering mines.
Sure.
And let's talk
Who are you,
to
another
you.
civil merchant like that Koro slime up on the docking ring? This is my territory. I don't make deals, and I don't persuade easily, so go back topside. Mess with my profits, and I'll see you dead.
Let's see. Giving away that I'm with Jolie would be a silly move, so let's see. Chuundar has given me permission to be here.
He's got no authority with me. I'm with Zerka Corporation. He's just some pet we keep so the locals stay in line. As long as you don't get in my way, you can wander where you want. I've got a job to do.
What if I want you to leave the Shadowlands?
Is that old hermit Jolie trying to talk you into doing his dirty work? We've spent too much on setting up just to walk away. As long as the sonic emitters keep the Preds away and I've got bodies to guard the perimeter, we're staying right here. I mean, if I can put up with my own worthless guards complaining about this place, Jolie whining through you is nothing.
I might be interested in some work.
I could use an extra hand. A couple men have gone missing. If I lose many more, I'll have to close up shop. We are hunting the little simians, the tack. They have a gland that acts as a stimulant when powdered. I figure I've got 2 or 3 wealthy years to butcher the lot of them. You want in before I make them extinct?
Don't you care that you could wipe out the whole species?
No. I'll be rich by then, and we won't need to do it anymore. I don't have to worry about it. Besides, if there's no more tack, the predators that eat them will die off, and we'll have an easier time milking this planet.
Back to my general questions, alright?
Hurry up, you're eating into my profits.
You're just a Zerka slaver, nothing special.
I don't need this kind of garbage from you. Watch your mouth. I'm the only law there is down here. If you've got something to say, get on with it. Otherwise, leave me alone. I've credits to earn.
I'm leaving.
Good. I'm not down here to direct traffic.
There's 2 ways we could get rid of Zerka. We could kill them, or we can do it slightly more... You know, we can do it in a much better manner. So let's open these metal boxes, because these should have tack glands in, if I remember correctly. Mission, I need you to open some stuff.
Gotcha. Simple.
Okay, there's the tack glands.
Gotcha. Simple.
Sure.
More light armour, which Mission's already wearing. So does she say anything else now I've picked the tack up?
Hey there. What can I do for you?
I want to talk to you about your brother.
I'm worried about Griff and his latest plan. I got a bad feeling about it. He doesn't know anything about brewing Teresian ale, and now he's got himself mixed up with the exchange. Sometimes Griff can be so stupid. Part of me just wants to let him get what's coming to him.
You said it, Mission. Let the exchange take care of that slime.
Maybe a couple broken kneecaps will do him some good. Maybe that's just the kind of jolt he needs to turn his life around. Only, what if they do something worse? They might kill him. I don't want him to die. He doesn't deserve that. But I just can't keep supporting his crazy schemes. Someone has to teach him a lesson.
You have to stick by your family, Mission, even if they're slime sometimes.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm not gonna change him. Griff is gonna keep on being Griff. Maybe if we get these tack glands for him, things will work out. Or maybe he'll finally see the light and turn over a new leaf. I know it's not likely, but it's all I have to hope for.
I'm pretty sure I should have got light side points for that conversation, but maybe that's only in the Ebon Hawk. It didn't seem to trigger down here. Let's talk to a guard.
You want anything, you'll have to talk to the commander. He's in charge of our harvesting here.
I'd rather ask you, why are you here?
Why am I here? I'm here because this is where the commander told me to stand. And that's all there is to it. I'm just a guard for this emitter. Why couldn't they have just equipped this lump of tech with a blaster and left me at home?
That's a good question, to be honest. I want to ask you some questions.
I'm not here because I know stuff. I handle a blaster well enough to guard this emitter and that's it. Talk to the commander.
This is a dangerous place. Could I persuade you to leave?
No more dangerous than walking out on the commander. He'd kill me for disobeying orders.
Okay, so we don't want to do that. I want to go back to my other questions. If you do tell him to leave, then you get dark side points, and we're not going to do that. I want to go back to my other questions.
I'm not here because I know stuff.
Cool. Don't need your life story. What do these emitters do?
They generate a sonic barrier that allows us to stay in this wonderful location. It keeps the big predators away. I don't know how it works, really. I just know that if they go down, the camp would be overrun.
So only the emitters are keeping you here?
What of it?
Let's see. So if someone shut them down, you could leave?
I don't like being here, that's for sure. I suppose you could take this code and shut down the emitter I'm guarding. Enough of those emitters go down, and the camp will have to move out. But I never said anything.
And we'll keep that a secret, so if you access this, enter the guard code, and that turns off. So let's talk to another guard.
You want anything, you'll have to talk to the commander. He's in charge of our harvesting here.
You have exactly the same voice. I'd rather ask about you. Why are you here?
Why am I here? I'm just a guard for this emitter.
And because of that emitter, let's talk about what you're guarding.
What do you want to know about that? It's just one of 5 or so sonic emitters protecting the camp.
So if someone shut them down, you could leave?
I don't like being here, that's for sure. Enough of those emitters go down, and the camp will have to move out. But I never said anything.
So let's do the same thing again. We only have to turn 2 of these off, if I remember correctly. So enter the guard code, and there we go.
What? Run! Run!
And Zerka have been
What?
chased out, so mission before we go... Actually, I'll recover that in the future. Let's get back to Jolie and basically see what he thinks of... You know, basically, let's see what his opinion is on how we dealt with the situation, because you can either get positive feedback from Jolie or you can get negative feedback from Jolie. Now, if this was Knights of the Old Republic 2, I imagine this would be a great opportunity for, you know, an influence gain or an influence loss. But the influence mechanic doesn't exist in the first game, so you don't actually have to worry about anything along those lines. So let's go and speak to Jolie, because he's our guy.
Welcome back. I wonder, have you had much luck? Have you done as I asked?
I have made certain the poachers are gone.
Yes, I could feel it as you walked near. And I don't sense the smell of death on you. You spared them. Interesting.
There was nothing to gain by killing them.
Wasn't there? I suppose not, but the environment would say otherwise if it could talk. No matter.
Will you help me find the star map now?
Yes, of course. Let's get moving. I noticed the old paths some time ago. You probably wouldn't have found them on your own. There's also a Zerka repulsor field blocking the way, past the poacher camp in the east. I saw it when it was installed, so I know how to pass it. And on the other side, ancient answers. And perhaps a Wookiee you were seeking. I hope he's in the mood for visitors.
And Jolie has joined our party, so we have to have him. Mission we will keep with us. And yeah, here we go. So we've got all of the party members in the entire game, all 9 of them. So let's carry on. And Jolie's going to disappear, and he's here as well. And he's already wearing a Jedi robe. Let's change that straight away, because that doesn't seem right considering he was just wearing regular clothes a moment ago. So let's put this back on. Give him some shields, and give him a bout, so fortitude, and here we go. Here's Jolie, and as you can see, green lightsaber.
Sure.
So we're almost like traditional Jedi, blue and green. Anyway, let's see if there's anything else to explore down here before I call it quits for this recording. So there's a broken droid here. What's this all about?
Malfunction. My primary motivators are into error. Damage terminal. Playback causal malfunction. Playback.
I don't get it. That merchant said there was salvage down here. We need Matten to work the sensors.
Playback.
When he gets back, we'll... Wait, I'm getting something. Oh good, it's Eli. Maybe he'll point us in the right direction.
Playback.
Eli, what are you... You got your money, you double-crossing snake! We had a deal!
What happened to you, I think, just triggers the conversation again.
Playback.
I don't get it. That
Playback. Play.
Okay, it does. I'll scrap you and take what I can then.
Shutting down. Primary systems failure.
And we took some damage there, which isn't nice. Heal.
Huh?
And you need?
And essentially we've now resolved Eli's little quest. So what we're going to have to do is head back up to the main, basically head back to the very beginning of Kashyyyk to resolve the Honest Debt quest. But we'll do that at the beginning of the next video. So for now, I'm going to leave it here with me, Mission and Jolie. And thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.